Welcome back. We had a short break and we'll have the final section of our today's class. As I mentioned, we would have a top expert from the US, a guy that has been coaching and working closely with CEOs in the US and in Latin America, particularly with the Spanish-speaking CEOs. And when you look at the book that I have in my home, for example, this book is with me for some years. And there is a reason why I have this book by Raul, which is with us today. And there are many, many reasons, and you will understand better why do I have this book with me during the session. So, short talk, and I expect Sidhan, Sophia, and so many of you to then come back with some questions, concerns, and this should be a very informal dialogue, yeah? It's not a boring session. We can make it first intro by Raul, but then hopefully we can have some conversation. So thank you so much, Raul Castro from Florida, Tampa, US for us. It's very early there. He had this kindness to be with us as early as 6 a.m. back in the US. So go ahead, please.
Thank you, Jose. Thank you, everyone, for being here. My name is Raul Castro. I'm not from Cuba. This is the first explanation. The second one is, sorry for my bad English. I'm from Spain, but you know, the Spanish people are not, we are not the best speakers in English. But, and the third one is, I'm talking here, I'm from Madrid, Spain. I'm originally from there. And I'm living in this part of the world for the last 8 years. I've been living in Dominican Republic, in Santo Domingo, where I knew Jose. And then in Cancun, Mexico for over 3 years. And in the last time, I was living here in Tampa, Florida for the last 3 years, no? Since 2017. I'm here to talk about this this COVID-19 and the consequences for the leadership, for the new leadership. No, I'm only talking about my opinion. It's a particular vision, but I hope you can obtain something about that. I have some slides to share my way of thinking. So, well, you are millennial guys. So you have here my Twitter. If you can use it, feel free. If you can use it for send some good opinions, the bad opinions only for Jose, please. And this is my data. Okay, I am the owner of the Personas for the Spanish speaking people in Latin America and people development consultants from the US. I only have these four kind of operation: headhunting, trying to find the best people for the best position, for the position that the companies need in the C-level of the companies, executive coaching, human resources consulting, and new skills training. Why new skills? Because this is not new. I'm talking about that for the last 4 years, fighting with the CEOs of the companies, trying to explain that we are in a VUCA world. You know, the acronym is volatile, uncertain. We are living in a volatile world, in a certain world, in a complexity and ambiguity situation. But this is the past. And this is the main reason, in my opinion, that we are so fragile and happens these things because no I don't find in this situation one company that was prepared for that, and I'm not sure that any CEO of any company or any government was prepared for that. No? But the reality, in my opinion, is that the COVID-19 is who has accelerated the digital transformation in the companies, no? Because we were working on that, we were working on digital transformation, but this situation in the US, they say the black swan. You know, I don't know if you know the concept of black swan. It's only a thing that accelerate all the processes that we were working with, and only this situation is I don't know if in Spain I don't know. It's an accelerator. In Spanish, in Spanish, there is a word called I don't know. You know the concept of black swan. Now the new VUCA acronym is vision, understanding, clarity, and agility. This is I think these are four of the main way of thinking, or the future way of thinking needed in the leaders. No, vision. Let's talk now about that: understanding, clarity, and agility. But I found this another slide for you. It's an interesting concept. All of us, we need to learn how to live in two different worlds: the order world and the chaos world. No? And this concept, chaotic path, I think is very interesting. We need to know, all the leaders of the world need to know that they cannot have all the control, this control rigidity, and live with some chaos in their organizations. And for some leaders, it's something different, and something dangerous, no? Because they cannot live with this chaos in their minds, no? But I think this is the future, that it will be here for stay some time. We need to learn how to don't stay or don't be controlling the people over the shoulder. This is the old-fashioned way to know how an employee is working. It's from time to time. No, if you are in an office from 8 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon, you are working. Okay, you are a good worker. Now the new reality, it needs to put the focus into the results, not into the time you are spending in the office. This is my way of thinking for the last years, and I say to the leaders, okay, you cannot measure the performance of the people only with the time that they are in their offices. I think it's an error. You need to find another way to measure the performance with another KPIs, with another indicators, but not the time that they are still in the office. And many of them say, no. This is a different organization. My sector is different. My industry is so different. No. You cannot put this kind of measure in this industry. This is different, but it's not, man. This is not, guys. I think in the future you need to find some different indication. We are living in another era. This is the logotype of the Berlin School of Business and Innovation, but inside there are you have the, in my opinion, all the attributes that a leader must be in the future: influence, persistence, responsibility, inclusion, initiative, flexibility, ownership, effort, adaptability, responsibility, results, executions, learning, flexibility, resilience. No, let's talk about some of them. But I think it's time for hearing you, for hear you. Please go to Menti. I don't know if you can, if you know menti.com, and enter this code, please. You can use your cell phones or your tablet or the same computer that you are. Go to menti.com and enter that. And answer, please, this question. What are the main drivers for the future leaders? You think, what are the main drivers you think the future leaders must have in the future? Let me go to menti.com.
So to all students, if you can please open a new window or whatever, so menti.com, and Raul prepare for you like a small questionnaire or little thing for you to do. And we would love to hear your opinions.
Jose, can you see can you see now the screen?
Yes.
Okay. You are building that. This is your opinion from two people: empathy, innovation, sustainability, solutions.
A few more thoughts from you guys, from the students, participants. A few more thoughts.
What? How many are there, Jose?
We have almost 40 students.
Almost 14. Okay. We have 6.
40.
Yeah, we have 6 people. Empathy, sustainability, authenticity, innovation. Yeah, I think innovation is the first one. Service, commitment, anti-fragility. Yeah, environmental friendly. Wow, this is interesting. Environmental friendly, and this was the main driver of the leaders of the responsible leaders in the past. But no, I think it's now in the second way of the thinking of the people. No, empathy, right? Okay, this is your opinion. Empathy. It's interesting. This is the first word. Let's talk about that in now. I think you can see the principal slide, the main slide. Okay, if you can have the opportunity to change from or to convert a change in a chance. Let's sorry for this kind of words. You must have in the future vision and innovation. The third one is agile mindset, but not agile tools. So agile mindset. Let's talk about that. Flexibility and critical thinking. This is, I think, in my opinion, these are the 5 main drivers for the future leaders in the new era, in the post-COVID era. Why innovation? Sorry, why vision? Because I think in the past we only went for the we only work with the main drivers for the old-fashioned leaders. No, these kind of things only you can only make in that way because This is the only way we know. This is the only way that works. This is the only way that always do in the same thing, in the same part, in the same way. No, this is the only way to do the things that we ever did. No, but I need in the future we need to put another look in the future. No, we need to find a new vision. We need to give to the people another objectives, another way. So maybe the objectives could be not defined. No, in the past, you know, the leaders made visions for 10 years or 5 years, or the prospective accounting, it was for the next 5 or 10 years. Now a new vision could be not defined. No, okay, let's do it now, and let's talk about 6 months or 12 months to change the I don't know, the path, no, to change the path, because we have a lot of improvisation, no, in the companies, but maybe it could be like this chaotic world, no, that I was talking before. The other competence, I think, is innovation. Innovation to not to be innovative all the time, that it's impossible, but to understand that our world is changing. This is a car factory. You know, there are robots in a car factory, but in your left, you have some robots making some different things. One of them is in the down. This robot can make some human movements with any effort, and for 24 hours in a day. The other one in the top is cooking, and now the world of the cooking are. So this is a particular word that it's they have all the kilograms and the grams of the food, and they are all have their measure. No, if you have the all perfectly in a square in a gallon, the robot can made by itself. No? This is in my industry, in the tourism industry. There are some robots in the hotels. This is from Japan, and there are some robots that they are making the same role that a person, better than one, because when you put your passport into the machine, the robot has 20 or 100 or 200 languages programmed, and the robots can talk with you in 200 languages. Do you imagine that? You can go to Japan, and the robot say, "Okay, José Manuel, how you doing?" Or in Spanish, "Hola, amigo, ¿cómo estás?" A robot with 200 languages. It's incredible. And the last one, for example, the initiative, the private initiative going to the ISS or to the moon in the future, or to Mars. I don't know. The people. I'm thinking that our sons thinks in the future. I think they will think, in the past you have a wife to drive the car. Yes, in the past, yes. No, nobody is driving now. You can learn in a book when when the car is going by itself. And the Tesla the Tesla truck, it's amazing. An electric. I was watching a program in the last week with the truck, with the Tesla truck, the electric Tesla truck, and it's amazing, guys. It's incredible. No, this is the future. You must have an open innovation way of thinking. No, this agile mindset that I'm talking to is not only to know about a Scrum or Lean management system or Kanban. This is not the tool. This is the mindset. My work with the CEOs of the companies is to try to change this mindset. Agile is not only a methodology. Agile is a way of thinking. Agile is it's a capacity to understand that the world is changing, and you need to change with the world. No, this is a short picture that confronts the comfort with design from the people and the accountability. No, if you have low accountability and high comfort with design, you maybe are open, sociable, safe, but not stretching with the company. In the other hand, you can be with a low comfort with design and a low accountability. Okay, you are mute, you are unchallenged, you are unaccountable. Okay, maybe I can spend all the day here, but my compromise is not the best compromise in the world. If you have high accountability and low comfort, okay, you are directed, you are efficient, you are culpable, maybe culpable, but lacking trust and empathy. But the agile way of thinking is with both attributes. No, with comfort, with design, you can be this. You can have this disruptive way of thinking and high accountability. You cannot wait for other people that they say you must do or in the future. No, I think this is the most requirable competence for a leader in the future. No? And the other one is flexibility. You know, I don't know if you know this guy. This guy is Isaac Perlman. He's a violinist in some orchestras in the world. He has 74 years, and he has I don't know, illness by his when he was young, and in a concert. Let's try to explain in English. It's so difficult for me because English is not my first language, but let's try to explain. In a concert, Isaac Perlman has to make his concert, and the director was being to start the future, the concert, and say to Isaac, okay, let's start. And in the moment that Isaac was being to start, some string of the violin it was broken, no? And wow, Isaac Perlman stopped for 10 seconds and thought, okay, if I'm going to my room to obtain another violin and to start, wow, it takes me at least 20 or 25 minutes. Okay, it's so difficult. Okay, let's talk and let's start and say to the director, okay, please let's start when you want, ready when you are. And the director said, wow, with 3 strings, it's impossible to play music with 3 strings. No? And he said, let's do it. And all the people said that the concert was amazing, was an amazing concert. This guy played an amazing music, and all the people applaud at the end. And when the journalist talked with Isaac Perlman, Isaac said, how can you play this kind of music? No? And Isaac Perlman said, okay, maybe the life is not perfect all the times. In that moment, I thought, what kind of music can I play with 3 strings? Maybe the future will be not the perfect future. All of us, we have to think in that way. What kind of music can I play with the strings that the life is giving to me in this moment? This is my way of thinking. Maybe it will be not perfect, but this is the things that happen. No? And the last one is critical thinking. I think it's the time. Now is the time. You must have this critical way of thinking in different solutions for different problems that we already don't know. Now we are not preparing for the people in the schools for professions that still are in their minds, no, or in our minds. We are preparing people to have this response ability, the ability to give response to a new events that we already know. We don't know in this time now. But if you have this response ability, the ability to give response, you have a lot of things. You can start any travel, any way to where you want, no? Because the ability to give response is your main character. Let's finish with 2 different slides. This is Tiger Woods. I think I'm happy to talk with the sportsman. I played basket when I was young. And Tiger Woods said, the greatest thing about tomorrow is I will be better than I'm today. This is the spirit for me. We ever have the opportunity to be better than today in the future, and this is the way of thinking I prefer. And the last one is that one. The pessimist complains about the win. The optimist only expects it to change, but the realist adjusts the sails. I think this is the most favorite way of thinking for me, because in this situation, okay, the wind is not blowing in my direction, okay, and we have 2 opportunities: only to wait from change, or to adjust the sails. And I think this is the way, guys, to adjust every time, that to adjust the sails, to take all the wind we can take. Maybe it's not a good will, it is not a good win, but at least if I can move only 1 meter, is 1 meter than better than my position actually. No, in the past March 13, my world became too black, because all my projects went down in 1 day. All my projects for the next 2 years went down in a day. So I need to take this sentences and think, okay, maybe we are not able to make all the things that I have think about that. Okay, maybe, but what is the new wind? Where is the new wind? For where blowing for? Okay, let's adjust the sails and go in another direction. Okay, this is the world, no? And I am 52 years old, So you are younger than me. You have this way of thinking in your head, no? But I wanted to share with you, and I hope my English was enough for you. And sorry for that. It's a pleasure to talk about your questions if you have. Jose?
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, I guess many of you can understand why is it that I have this book with me for years. So we are talking about an experienced person, but also talking about a person that knows about resilience and reinventing yourself So I have many comments, but I think it's much better to hear some impressions, reactions, any kind of reaction, any kind of comment from you. So if I could ask you to please unmute yourself. Maybe we have some comments. If you could simply unmute yourself and simply jump in with some comments, that would be lovely from any of you. Yeah? Do we have any comment, any concern, any idea that resonated with you, with your current situation, which may be difficult, I know?
Okay, I want to ask a question.
Thank you, Sophia.
Okay, we recognize that companies are in different phases of dealing with the outbreak, and therefore the impact varies by geography and sectors. But regardless of the extent of the virus, its impact in companies, I believe there are dynamics like fundamental strategy or principle a resilient leader and CEOs they lay down to guide their way throughout this post-COVID-19. Just like what she said, that this situation render your plan for the next 2 years dormant. So like what are the plans or what's weighed out that you have outlined? Okay, this is after COVID-19, this is what I'm going to do. That's one. And also, as a CEO, given this same current situation towards a shift to digitalization regarding companies' operations and sales and all of that, what do you think is the fate of brick and mortar business kind of model? Because as it stands, so many companies are shut down, and I believe that some might not end up using a physical building anymore. Those just go probably online and work from there. So what do you have on that?
Now, Raul, can you talk now? I think you're muted now.
Okay.
Yes.
Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah. If I understand, if I understood, you are asking about the new way of thinking of the CEOs for the new times before or after the COVID-19 in things like home office, for example, or people working at home, or no, maybe this could be I think this black swan that happened with to all of us, they change a lot of things. No, for example, the way of thinking of home office. No, in this industry we cannot make home office. No, because this is a different industry. This is we need to lead to the people over the shoulder. We need to have perfect. We have systems. We have some. I don't find the word. Some difficult way of control the data of the company. This is no. This is different. This is bullshit. That the Americans say. No, this is bullshit because you can work from your home. all the people with a computer can work. The people that are talking with a person and they must give attention in a desk, they cannot work by home, no? But I think this situation is changing the way of thinking of some leaders. I think it's necessary. I think it's only a process that will that has been occurring and now happening, and now it's necessary to change.
I think also Sofia wants to do a bit more research on the notion of resilience. I think that's something very interesting. Maybe you can share some thoughts on resilience.
Yeah. The resilience is, I think, it's a property of some materials, plastic materials, that they when you force these materials, they come back to the original positions. And in the human world, when you have resilience, you can obtain some. You can come back to the original position, but you can obtain more benefits. I think in the last book I talk about the resilience, because we all of us. Let me show one slide that it was not in the original situation, in the original plan, but it's the Greif cycle. I don't know if you are if you know this cycle. Did you know Elisabeth Kubler-Ross? Elisabeth Kubler-Ross was a doctor. She was working with terminal patients that they were dying, no? And she studied the grief cycle, no? And she thought she wrote about that, no? The first moment is a crisis. In March, in the middle March, all of our lives changed forever, and it started a crisis, no? The second step is denial. It's not happening to me. This is not happening. No. This is only for Chinese people, or this is for the Italian people that drinks a lot of wine. No. This is not happening to me. The next one is anger. I'm angry with the world. The other step is depression. And when you have some problems, you can be in a depression state, no, or in a depression way of thinking, no. But when you are in a depression, when you are down, the next step is, okay, let's bargain, no. Let's negotiate with myself. Let's negotiate with the world. Let's negotiate with my family. And in the next step is acceptance. Okay, let's do it. Let's talk about it. And the resilience starts here. But in my opinion, the resilience starts when you start to learn something about that happened to you. In basketball, if you make 5 errors, you have 5 faults, and the umpire said, okay, go to the bench, no. And in that, this is a lost. No, because you cannot anymore play this basketball game, no, and it starts all the cycle in few seconds, no. The crisis, then the denial is it's not my fault. No. I'm not in the play. No, then it's anger and depression, and you thought about, okay, this game it's never be the same. Let's think about the next game, no? This is a short period of time, but it's all the process in a short period of time. And this is the way I thought the problems, no? Because in this way of thinking, okay, you must went for all the steps to obtain this in this resilience way of thinking for you have a learning from that. If you're not going for all of these steps, you are not going to have some learning. You must accept, you must bargain, you must have the present, you must engage with the situation, and this is the way of thinking. I'm not sure if I'm correct in my answer to you.
Wow, thank you. I don't know if there are any other thoughts, any other reaction from anyone. If so, you can just unmute yourself and jump in. Not every day we have the chance to talk with our top expert, in this case from the US, with us, only for today. So I recommend you to take this chance. You can just unmute yourself and perhaps share any thought, any reaction.
Let's share in the meantime. This is the opportunity, guys. You can be an spectator or the builder of your destiny. No? I think it's some of my favorite pictures. No, you can now. It's the opportunity. When I was young, I was working for a bank for 20 years. And in the beginning, when I came to the bank, some guys were there for at least 10 or the last 10 or 15 years, no? And the main system, the main operational system, changed in the bank when I came here, no? When I came there, and all of us in the same time must change our way of thinking, no? And I was the younger of that, and I have only 1 month working in the bank, no? But everyone said, okay, where are these utility? Where are these? How can I take the balance of the clients? And I look at them and say, why me? I'm the newest. And all the people say, okay, but you are smarter than me. I need to unlearn, but you must only learn. The most difficult situation is to unlearn all of the way of thinking in the past. You can have the opportunity to only learn, not must to unlearn. That it's happening to us to unlearn all of learning in the past, no?
We will talk about it in the course on strategy and leadership. We will talk about how creative leaders put a lot of emphasis not only in learning but on learning, and not only on doing things but on reinventing themselves. So I particularly liked a lot when you mentioned agile, not so much as dominating these tools for agility, this tool. And I think my students will be learning, especially those who do entrepreneurship and innovation, they will be doing or studying tools for agility. But you talk about agility not so much as a tool or different tools, but about mindset. Do you have any comment on that, which I found very interesting?
Yes, I think this is the most difficult part of the CEOs, no, or the C-levels of the companies, no, to change the way of leading to the people, forgetting the control, the command and control way of lead, to start giving them autonomy. Three things that you know from Daniel Pink, Jose, is the autonomy, the purpose, and the knowledge, no, the expertise of the people, no. must give them autonomy to make the things where they want, when they want, how they want. No, I think this is the main change that the people must change. No, because you can give them responsibility, but the responsibility is not the risk of the task is yours because you are the leader. You only give the directions to the people. You have the way of make the things, but the responsibility is always yours. So this is the main reason that the people is not going to is not giving them the responsibility. I think it's an error. You must in the future, you must believe in the people, you must believe in their capacities, you must believe in the way of thinking, in the new way of thinking, and to get wrong soon. To get wrong soon, to learn from them, and to start again with another proposition. I think is the main task that the leaders must do. The opportunity to get wrong to the people and to learn about that and start again. No, this is the agility mindset that I think they need to change before starting with another with any one tool. No, with any tool.
Excellent. So in fact, we will be finishing, but I will also want to say that this is also something that we will explore in next session when we talk about digital transformation and leadership. And a lot of people tend to think about Netflix or Airbnb or Uber or Tinder or Fodora as companies that essentially rely only on technology. But what research shows is that they don't only rely on technology, the Ubers, the Fodora, the Tinder, the Netflix, the Airbnbs, they also rely on new ways of managing people that a lot of them rely on giving autonomy to the employees, giving a lot of autonomy, so that allowing them to find moments of creativity, allowing them to organize the work, in whatever way they want, and giving them autonomy, but of course, accountability for that. So I will connect these lines by Raul with our next session, in which we will talk about leadership, but also we will focus on these brutal things that are taking place around digital transformation and why so many of us should be concerned, or why should many of us understand what's going on. And those come not only with digital technologies, but also with new ways of managing people, leading others, fostering autonomy, etc., etc., etc. So we will leave it here. I must thank Raul that gave us almost 1 hour of his time from Tampa, Florida, the US. It was 6 a.m. back there, quite early, and he had this kindness to be with us. So I really appreciate it, and we thank you a lot. Maybe you may like to share some of these slides, maybe some of these slides you want to share with us. If that's the case, if you want to share some of this material, I'll be happy to share it with the participants. We had more than 40 from lots of different countries, and you have there the contact of Raul. Maybe you want to say the final words, Raul, some goodbye or some.
Thank you, Jose, for this invitation. I appreciate it a lot. I think it's a good opportunity to talk with people from the old Europe. I miss a lot Europe. I miss a lot good beer. I miss a lot Germany and Spain, and it's a great opportunity for me. Thank you for the invitation, and see you next occasion, Jose. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I don't know if we had a final comment from Sidhant. Sidhant, you wanted to share very briefly some final. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, whatever you taught today is like this concept, and this is like really important. And I definitely see how the world is changing and how things are gonna change because of pandemic and how the dynamics are changing. And yeah, we need to be prepared and show agility. So my question was, you actually mentioned what is agility, but I want to know if you can suggest us some day-to-day exercises, like small exercises to practice this agility. Because I believe if you want to lead something, an institution or something, first you need to know that in your daily life on everyday thing. It's a mindset you have to acquire first. So can you suggest some practices?
Let's give you an example. When I talk that in March 13, our world changed, and I needed to reinvent myself and my business. No, and I took a book, your business model, and read it and make a lot of Kanban planes and. Took a lot of time making plans. At the end, I said, "Let's do it, and let's see. Let's do it. Let's start." And in one day, I took 2 weeks to start another business model and another way of to find a new client. And in one day, I said, "Okay, let's do it. Let's get wrong. Okay, let's start with a short trying and prove." And it was all of my colleagues say, no, let's think. And I said, no, let's do it agile, no? With agile thinking, no? Let's prove and then we see. And in one day, we started a business that in only week, in one only week, we have a lot of money from them. So this is my way of thinking. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. No, and if I'm wrong, okay, we can change. All the decisions are not for all the life. No, you can change. Let's do it, and you see. No, this is my way of thinking.
Thank you. I think, yeah, this can be a key to develop the agile mindset. Like, let's take the action, and if anything goes wrong, let's just readjust on the path. Yeah,
the decision is not for all the life, no?
Yeah.
Not the decision for married, for example, no? In the past, you get married with a woman for all the life. No, now, no. You can change.
Times have changed, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Zidane.
Welcome.
Wow, wonderful. So thank you so much. Thank you, Raul. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. Thank you so much. And for you guys, we will meet in some days here in strategy and leadership, or maybe in research methods course. Thank you. Gracias, Raul. Danke. Vielen Danke.
You're welcome, Jose. Bye. See you
in
guys.
In German. You can practice in German.
Danke. See you guys.
Ciao.